Grand Rising. How are birth defects created? You got an understanding of that the root is cause, that it has a name. So anything with a name was given something or created from that aspect. And of course, these words, these names carry energies, carries frequencies, carries vibrations. So these are like a collective, a conscience, or a conscious. So when you put these into practical terms, defects in general are normally discovered during pregnancy or pretty much after pregnancy. So this can mean that the defect can come from the parent, which conditionings that they was basically inherited by, shit that was being put into their bodies, their vessels, or certain ingredients that they basically intook. Or this could be a circumstance situation where whoever they were seeing, as far as their doctors and things, this can be to the highest cause that they create these situations to basically eradicate people and take them out their glow, aka take you out your shine, take you out your vessel. This is the quickest way to basically get rid of you and distort you. So these mechanisms come from all sorts and come from all gratitudes. So this is a circumstance situation where once you got put into this conditioning, this is like a defect. A birth defect is where, like, as soon as you come out of birth, there's a problem with you, or there's a situation with you. That's why it's so important to always do things in the natural cause, aka a circumstance situation where you don't have to experience any harm or any pain or any frustration, because you gonna feel some damn pain when you pushing out that damn baby out your belly. But of course, the extremes that they go to, the lengths to basically bring you to section C's and all these areas and shit, 10 times out of 10, a lot of parents and mothers don't make it, because these pregnancies and these births are so painful that it's pretty much like that's having a living being, a living vessel inside of you. And of course, this is being the baby is being actually pushed and emitted outside of you. So you're going through a whole lot of pain. You're going through a whole lot of suffering in the beginning. So these things is like very, very harmful to your body, especially if it's not done in a more harmonious manner, because of course you're carrying the being in you. So depending on how you're developing these scenarios and dealing with these situations, these can be harmful or harmonious situations. Almost to the point that, of course, when you have a child, you have to be very cautious and very careful, because you're carrying the vessel, you're carrying the baby inside of you. So you're carrying that DNA. So what's going on outside of you, what you're doing and what you're putting in your body and what you're allowing to basically function into your space is how the baby is basically being regenerated. This comes down almost to the point of how the parents are working together, aka how all the parents are on good terms, or the parents are on good frequencies, because of course what's going on, how the pregnant mother is being treated is going to basically deplenish on how that child is going to come out as a man or a woman. So it goes very deep. Birth defects not only stops at the root causes of medicines or certain shit that they put inside you, but this shit goes to the extreme as far as how the state of awareness in. Because of course, you already know that we all fighting our parents' demons when we in their belly and when we come out of their belly. Because of course, everything is frequency, vibrations, and energy. And ladies are the strongest beings. So of course, the woman will be considered the moon, and of course, the sun will be considered the father. So the moon without a woman, you are not able to carry or basically diminish a physical vessel into this perspective. That's why the moon is so important. The moon is like the fastest moving planet, aka number one. So of course, a woman or feminine energy would basically be the first. After that, everything else came second, because of course everything came to space, the space of all locations, the space of all ideas, the space of all concepts. After that will be the water, which is the womb. So of course, these are basically being eradicated. So basically, when as your father, as you had an idea, which is the space, the gas, which you was basically resonating in. And of course, the feelings and emotions came through with the vibrations. So basically, as that finished, that means you left your pop's ideas, you went into your mother. So whatever was on your parents' mind and on your mother's mind, whatever was on their mind is basically being emitted inside the mother. So of course, now these 9-month cycles, that's why everything comes into 9. There's not only 9 numbers. So with the 9 cycles, these 9 months, you was creating your body, you was creating your vessel. And of course, during these 9 months, was you in a good harmonious state or was you in a bad bad harmonious state. It can go very harmful in these magnitudes. That's why it's very important to basically take care and know that when you are having sex or when you are out here fucking and sucking, just know that it's very important to basically put yourself in a harmonious spectrum and just know that you are creating what you think about and what you feel about. So if you know you ain't ready for that lady, if you know you ain't ready to have no child, don't even put yourself in that scenario, because what you're going to do is put blood on your hands if you don't take care of your creations, especially for the deadbeats and all kind of matters. This is also a birth defect on the child, because the child don't have his father. So, of course, the father is going to be in a circumstance situation of experiencing suffering, pain. Of course, it's also play out with the mother, too. Because the mother ain't there to basically harmonize the child's feelings and emotions. And the father ain't there to basically help the child with his ideas and his concepts in the way he see the world, aka his masculine, his power. So if these things are like basically left unguarded, then of course that's like leaving your business unguarded, leaving your fucking daycare unguarded. And of course, if you ain't taking care of your daycare, aka the day that you care about your ideas, your feelings, emotions, and your children, then these things are not going to basically be reciprocated into your favors. You're just going to be having a whole lot of battles, whole lot of regret, a whole lot of doubt on your hands. That's why it's so important to basically watch out for birth defects as a child too. It's also play out to have natural borns, having natural pregnancy, aka be in that tub. Save everything that comes from that out of that child. Save all their medicines, all their plantains, all that shit. You should basically be accumulating everything. Is basically you should be your own doctor. You never look outside yourself to be a doctor or look for a doctor. You're supposed to be your own motherfucking doctor. You're supposed to have your own way on how you take and nurture and care for yourself, because you can't really rely on outside influences, as you can see what's going on right now. You can't really rely on these motherfuckers. You just can't. The more you rely on somebody and be codependent on somebody, you're going to get the short end of the motherfucking stick. Not even Jesus can fucking save your ass. So you got to be very careful, especially that's how birth defects are basically admitted.